What's up guys? There's security everywhere in our lives, right? So you got doors with locks on it just to protect you from people breaking into it. Well, have you ever considered your networks are exactly like your homes? They need locks to protect you from threats, from hackers, spyware, viruses. Most home networks aren't very secure right now. And especially since most of us are working from home and you're dealing with company files, that poses a threat for both you and your company. In comes Trend Micro. So this little black box is essential for those of you who are working from home and need cyber protection. Recently, the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore, or CSA, is really bringing awareness in their campaign, Go Safe Online, to the public about safe cybersecurity practices. And this is pretty cool. A recent study by Cisco, they basically took 3,600 companies and did a survey on them, and 6 out of 10 companies had a 25% increase in cyber threats. That's crazy. That's where HNS really delivers a great solution for home network security. There are 4 main points I want to cover today. First one is safety, next one is simplicity, then control, and then family. Let's get into safety. So once this HNS is connected to your network, it will scan all the data coming to and from all your devices. Doesn't have to be the devices which just have the app. Could be, let's say, your lights or camera. Imagine you have a camera at home and it is unusually sending out data or receiving data. Well, that'll stop that connection and then contact you onto your phone where you can browse and look further through that. It's a bit creepy, but some people have been hacked where their cameras are controlled by other people, and that's a bit scary. The next one is simplicity. So simplicity is basically, it's so easy to set up. With this plug and play system, everyone with minimal tech expertise can set this up. And the third one is control. If you're a parent, you want to control what they're viewing online, so you don't want them going to malicious websites. Trend Micro Guardian is a feature in this HNS which allows you to control their usage onto your network and any network outside. So let's say they're at school, Trend Micro Guardian will enable you to control all the websites that they're viewing, what they're browsing, and block any malicious websites that come up. And the fourth one is family. Imagine you have some kids, you want them to go to bed by 7 p.m. on a Sunday night, and they're always on Facebook or social media apps. You can set and schedule a time to where it stops their connection to these social media apps, and then they can go to bed. Now that we know a bit of the features of HNS, we'll dive right into unbox this little guy. Comes with this little black box of protective fun. We'll put that aside for now. Got your LAN cable. You have your cable, which powers the Trend Micro. All you have to do is plug in this power adapter into the wall. See this cable that's connected to the wall? Plug that into the power over here. And you see the LAN cable. Grab that LAN cable, plug that into the back of your router, and plug this into this LAN port over here. Click that in so it's nice and secure. Once you turn on the Trend Micro, you'll see a little light blinking over here. That means it's on. So we have the Trend Micro over here next to your router. Can place that down. I'm gonna go into the app now, so I'm gonna bring that in here. We're in dashboard now. We can see a variety of things and what the network is doing. We can go into timeline, which shows exactly what your home network security is doing and if there's any security updates or checks. So we can go into devices and you can see there are plenty of unassigned devices in the network. Basically, all the devices in your house have to pass through this home network security to be able to access the internet. When you're in this function, you can create profiles of family members. So I have Elise right here, and she's connected to her MacBook Pro. Now I can toggle on and off the internet access for her. Better not turn it off right now, otherwise there'll be some screaming going on. You can set whatever profiles you need for any family members and adjust what their usage is like. Go into Open Elise's settings or whatever device count you named it. Go into parental controls and you'll see filtering, inappropriate apps used, time limits, connection alert. So these are a bunch of features which are super powerful. So you can go into filtering and filter in whatever categories you need so that when the websites are visited, you can get notified or immediately block the websites. In inappropriate app used, there are certain apps which you can download, which if you don't want your kid to be using them, you can click that and whatever apps that they try to use, you'll get notified as well. Now, time limits is super cool. You can add rules. We won't get too in depth with this, but you can go into every day of the week and set different times of when it cuts off their internet or what they're browsing. And connection alert, the last one. Basically, it'll tell you what devices are connected into your network in that time frame. If you go into report, you can see the internet usage of today. So let's say you want your child to have 30 minutes of YouTube time. And you can see how many minutes of YouTube time that they viewed. And if they've exceeded that, you can turn their YouTube off. But don't be mean. And we've come to the last thing. Why do you need HNS? Well, why don't you need HNS? I believe every network has to have some security to it. Otherwise, you're so vulnerable to all these hackers, which could lead to identity theft and financial loss. And like we said, this is the lock to your network. Treat it like a home, treat it like it's something essential. If you'd like to check out more, go onto the ViewQwest website where you can see a whole bunch of promo deals. It's fantastic. It will really give you a peace of mind. And if you learned something today, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and I'll see you in the next one.